السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. رجعنا لكم بمقطع أسطوري ملخص أداء محمد لايت في نهائيات بطولة CR العالمية. لهيك جهز مشروبك المفضل لتستمتع بالمقطع. نبدأ بأول جيم. محمد لايت بمواجهة ساند بوكس، مواجهة قوية باليوم الأول من البطولة. محمد لايت بيلعب بتشكيلة العملاق الكهربائي مع التنين الصغير والفارس المطورون، أما ساند بوكس بقرر يدخل بتشكيلة الحفار مع الشبح الملكي ومدمرا الجدران المطورون.
Cannon going right into a baby dragon, though. That is not what Sandbox wants. And minions putting in work. That range buff so effective against the E-Giant when before it was completely useless to play minions on top of an E-Giant. Or near it, I should say.
And at the moment, as we are getting into sudden death overtime, it is Sandbox with this critical game one lead, 17-31 to 23-13, but we've seen this song play out before.
Yep.
Sandbox playing cycle, we're in double, we're getting closer to triple against E-Giant.
Well, it's really important for Sandbox is he's got to keep up the dual lane pressure, as you can see, and as you all know, when you're playing against E-Giant, the last thing you want is that perfect push to come together, and the best way to do that when you have a deck like Sandbox's, rely on your opposite lane pressure, rely on your cannons, your high DPS units, and just control the board, control the pace.
Bar barrels have been really nice for Sandbox so far. Mo sets up Bowler one more time to the left.
Baby Dragon has to get kited by that miner. Minions come down. Minions going to get cleaned up for the most part with that Baby Dragon shot. And Evo Miner in front. There you go. An odd high cannon there. You think that's going to be sniped off the board. And Mo can see a big opening.
Second cannon to pull. Not enough for Lightning.
The double bowlers on the board, cleaning up that Royal Ghost. Now we got the lineup. Bowler very healthy.
And what a save.
What a bar barrel. You are so right, Rich. Good damage on the right-hand side, though. Towers basically even all across the board. Sandbox in the lead with 1584 being the lowest tower on Mo's side.
Mohammed changes lanes, goes to his strong side with the E-Giant, 40 seconds-ish remaining.
Rich, for how insane of a matchup this is, this room, you could hear a pin drop right now.
I mean, it's absolutely silent. Damage continues to stack up for Sandbox. Now E-Giants in both lanes.
30 seconds remaining. Sandbox is going to have to play the best defense of his life. Baby Dragon there. Lightning comes in to clean things up. Second cannon comes down. 1391.
Lightning wanted to predict.
Oh, the bowler lines up. The overwhelm. Mohammed Light endures.
All it takes is one.
سيطرة بالبداية لساند بوكس، لكن على الدبل والوقت الإضافي محمد لايت بضغط شرس بيحسم الفوز الأول بتركيز وثقة عالية. ننتقل للجيم الثاني. محمد لايت بدخل بتشكيلة زعيمة قطاع الطرق مع مدفع الهاون وبرميل الهياكل المطورون، أما بالمقابل ساند بوكس بقرر يدخل بتشكيلة العملاق الكهربائي مع التنين الصغير والفالكري المطورون.
Such a great card in the game, so strong defensively, has enough HP to kite units like this Baby Dragon away. Mo's happy to take that fireball damage, and now we've seen the full deck come together here for Mohammed Light.
And very interesting, kind of this mortar spammy combination. Dash 2 gets on the Valk.
Yeah, it's so interesting. You can get the Boss Bandit to come in and create space, get some damage in, and right there, huge damage.
Boy.
And that's exactly what I was just about to talk about. As soon as it starts, it's over. 204 remains. He's got Fireball. He's got Log. And if anyone can defend for 40 seconds, it's Mohammed Light.
Yeah, trying to break through against a mortar on top of all that. The E-Wiz for the stun. And you kind of think you see Sandbox recognizing that, as we talked about, going from preparing for Igor to, oh my, I have to face Mohammed.
And he's going to take that fireball damage right there. Evo Mortar comes down, and this game happens so quickly. Obviously not a great matchup. Mortar matches up very, very well against E-Giant. He's got the E-Wiz in there to stun and slow it down even more. Boss Bandit to tank on the ground. And what I was going to say about the synergy of the deck, the decksmanship, if you will, I love about it is that the Boss Bandit comes in and creates space. Then you drop the barrel behind it. Then the Boss Bandit...
سيطرة واضحة وتحكم من محمد لايت في مجريات الجيم، قدر يخلص الجيم والمواجهة ليتأهل على حساب ساند بوكس. اليوم الأول من البطولة انتهى، ونبدأ باليوم الثاني وثاني مواجهة ما بين محمد لايت وسب اللي مقدم أداء عالي في البطولة. نبدأ بالجيم الأول. محمد لايت بيلعب بتشكيلة الحفار مع الهياكل العظمية ومدمرا الجدران المطورون، أما سب فبيدخل بنفس التشكيلة، الحفار مع الهياكل العظمية ومدمرا الجدران المطورون مع فروقات ببعض البطاقات.
Having them set up on the right side, and Minion was able to take that out with the hope of the poison, and right there, late pop of the ability, but it's going to work, it's going to kill the minions.
Evo Skellies come in, poison on top for Mo here. Clean everything up, 1927, and they're just going to play this game back and forth. Wall breakers, though, uncontested. Does the bomb go off in time? It does. Mo happy about that. You can see a little smile and nod to himself.
Yeah, you hear the crowd erupt as well. Nobody was really sure what was going to happen right there.
I mean, the crowd, in this crowd, there are hundreds of thousands of hours of Clash Royale played, and you're watching a guy that is a magician, a surgeon at work.
And right here, I mean, after the slow start for Sub, after taking 500 damage, he is now taking the lead. Sub has done a brilliant job of getting himself back in this game.
Mighty Miner ability, Evo wall breakers behind, and it doesn't, he messes up the sequencing. This is what I'm talking about. Sub can always stay in it. He looks not shaken by that Mighty Miner in the very beginning, and as you were just saying, AC, he's been able to bounce back this entire game, and now is firmly in the lead in a mirror match.
Yeah, the difference between the Cannon and the Goblin Hut has been instrumental to his success. I mean, the Goblin Hut, it's just too bulky. He's not able to get it properly. Another Mighty Miner, I mean, that time he gets it brilliantly, but 1455 forces out a response from Sub, and you know him, Mr. Consistent. He's not messing up that interaction.
Yep, you know he's on top of those skellies, not going to get overwhelmed by other things going on the board, keeping up the pressure. Wall breakers don't get in front of the bar, but Mighty Miner comes over on that side, has to turn around anyway. 1455, 689, Sub in control.
And right there, Bar Barrel going to be able to clean up the Ice Whiz nicely. Minions in tow going to be able to clean up the Miner as well. So 689, he needs just a little bit more damage before he can start going poison, poison, poison.
Mo putting some pressure on that right-hand side, baits out a Mighty Miner, uses the ability, then goes opposite lane. 542, 1308. Sub catches the Miner.
Sub, all the elixir in the world, he's able to get the cannon down in time, going to be able to stop those wall breakers. And here we go. This is where it starts. 30 seconds left. He's going to go Miner, poison, cycle.
427, 1026, 24 seconds remain. Sub just needs to not make a huge mistake here. Mighty Miner getting kited back on the left-hand side. Poison down early, cannon up high. Mo Light just out of reach, AC, in game one.
Yep, Miner, poison, Miner chipping away. Gonna get the tower down to 47. It's over.
جيم ولا أروع، وأداء قوي من الطرفين، وخطأ من محمد لايت بقدرة الحفار خلت سب يحصل دمج عالي ليسيطر على الجيم ويحسم الفوز الأول. وننتقل على الجيم الثاني. في الجيم الثاني محمد لايت بيلعب بتشكيلة العملاق الملكي والشبح الملكي المطورون، أما سب فبيلعب بتشكيلة كرة الثلج والتسلا المطورون مع حفار الغلال.
Right there, perfect timing with the log. That hundredth of a second, it's always, you just don't know what's going to happen. But right there, just perfection.
We've seen that drill timing be an issue for certain players throughout the competition. Can't imagine Mo will make that mistake more than once, if even that.
Whew. And the Hunter takes out all the goblins with the help of the Royal Ghost, and that's going to force out more and more of a response. Tesla plus Berserker going to put in work, but this RG could be scary.
And look at
shake his head.
He already knows that E-Spirit, the guards are going to clean everything up. And that's already game number 2. A beautiful dissection of Sub's defense. Everything about that was absolutely perfect. He saw the overspend or overcommitment on the left. He saw the only way to defend on the right, and he absolutely picks it apart. And that's why he's Mo Light.
Yeah, and that's why I don't like goblins in this meta right now. I feel like it's a little too easy. They don't do enough DPS, still easy to take out. And I mean, Sub, he's gonna keep playing. It's not over till it's over, but this is looking like it's real trouble for him.
And Mo, I almost wonder if he's playing for the camera here, acting like he's trying to figure something out. Maybe figuring out what he wants to run.
At the camera right there.
In game 3. I can imagine that's maybe where his head is at, knowing that game 2 is essentially locked at this point. Only a minute and 13 seconds remain. Momo's taken almost no damage, and he does have an incredibly defensive deck.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool thing to point out because you have to assume both of these players know the end result of this game. They're going to take the next minute and a half, not because they think that they can come back, and you know, maybe they can, so of course they're going to try, but the main thing is, what am I going to do for deck number 3? How do I get away and give myself an advantage going into that final game?
Honestly, that's exactly what I'd be doing if I was both of them right now, AC. I would just let this game, you know, we don't have draws like they do in chess. We don't have resignations, I mean, and I don't think that's what Sub would do anyway, because you're going to use this time to think about what you want to do in game 3. And, you know, as quick as you get...
خطأ كبير من سب، ببالغ بالدفاع على الجهة اليسار، ومحمد لايك بيستغل الخطأ ليضمن البرج ويضمن أول فوز لا تصير النتيجة تعادل. محمد لايك بيلعب بتشكيلة العملاق الكهربائي مع التنين الناري والمفجر المطورون، أما سب فبيلعب بتشكيلة برميل الغيلان والشبح الملكي المطورون.
Giant gonna pull to the center here. Dark Goblin gonna get NATO'd in. That Inferno drag a little scary, and the guards come down last second. You heard a couple gasps there in the crowd. High Ghost, making sure that Golden Knight can't get on top of tower. Inferno getting a little bit scary. And a beautiful cleanup here from Sub. At most takes a couple shots and a dash.
I mean, that was perfection. Muhammad like thought that the game was over. Half the crowd thought, okay, maybe it was just me, but the Inferno Dragon was...
It was scary.
It was scary, beautiful Ice Spirit. The Inferno Dragon was on to the wrong card. The Ice Spirit delays and resets the Inferno Dragon's charge.
And another Goblin gets on tower there, 8:57. Only a minute 48 remains, but we all know E-Giant can take a game in a moment. One good push, a nice NATO, a good lineup with the Evo Bomber, a Golden Knight connection. So many ways for Mo to take this game. He goes guards opposite. I like that. No good way to stop him. Barrel in, Tombstone high.
Yeah, that's what Muhammad Light was trying to do earlier. The Bomber placed perfectly right there. Beautiful Golden Knight dash. The MVP for Sub so far has been these Dark Goblins. It's just getting so much value.
Guards once again to distract. Royal Ghost up high. Momo's running out of time and options. Sub goes barrel right into the back here.
No,
and the Golden Knight goes backwards. A gift from the Clash Royale gods. Is that what Mo needs to turn this around? High Inferno. Beautiful. Fireball in.
Beautiful fireball right there. Goblin Hunt to take the E-Giant into the middle. Guards are going to be low, but the Bomber's going to be able to help out. Needs the Ice Spirit reset, and he's going to do that again.
Wow.
Perfectly. We keep hyping up all these maybes from Muhammad Light, but Sub on the other side, he's just doing it. He's got it done.
Perfect interactions from Sub time and time again. Resetting the Inferno, getting the guards down last second. Royal Ghost up high to stop the Golden Knight charges. Everything is so clean, but it just takes one. 33 seconds remain. Double barrel in.
Gets the prediction with the Golden Knight, gets the left tower safely, but this Inferno Dragon is going to do nothing. 26 seconds left. He's going to be able to have another... he has another hut. I don't think Muhammad Light has a shot.
I don't think there's any way. Goblins get on top of tower again. Not within fireball range. Guards up high to block. Dark Goblin down low. Dark Goblin down low. That should get on tower. The Golden Knight's on tower, but there's not enough time. And Mo Light is going to have to repeat a lower bracket run to be the first and ever.
جيم قوي وأداء قوي من سب، قدر إنه يلعب بتشكيلة مضادة لتشكيلة محمد لايك لينهي المواجهة بتأهل مستحق، ومحمد لايك ينتقل للجهة السفلية من البطولة، شيء أبدا غير متوقع بالنسبة لمحمد لايك، لكن هذا اللي صار لننتقل للمواجهة الثالثة بالبطولة. محمد لايك ضد أيان، ونبدأ بالجيم الأول. محمد لايك بدخل بتشكيلة الحفار مع الهياكل العظمية مع مفجرات الجدران المطورون، أما أيان فبيلعب بتشكيلة العملاق الملكي مع الفارس العملاق مع الشبح الملكي المطورون.
Emotes when going against Ian just to try to prevent that sort of mind games.
Wall breakers don't get through this time. Evo Mega Knight not able to take care of the hut. And now Muhammad Light starting to put on the pressure.
Evo breakers coming in from Mo on the left-hand lane. No Barbaro and Cycle. That's
Wow.
double Evo wall breaker connection. Oh my goodness.
Double hut down. Regular Mega Knight into a Mighty Miner.
I really like the use of the Goblin Hut to pull the Fisherman in to allow the Mighty Miner to do work on those Mega Knights, but here comes the Evo.
And now Royal Giant behind.
Mighty Miner to try and clean up. Fisherman's not there, and Ian calls good game.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, what an absolute shutdown defense that was. You have the hut obviously is causing so much trouble for Ian. But then you have the Evo Skellies just completely devastating all of that push. And Ian knows that it's going to take a miracle to get game number 1.
Mega Knight built up in the back once again, but the Barb does get one hit. I wonder if Ian needs to get either 2 Royal Giants or maybe even 2 Mega Knights on the board and triple elixir to make this happen.
And he's still eating wall breakers.
Really nice mighty ability. Kind of just preventing damage to the right, but also cleaning up the ghost on the left at the same exact time.
And just the hardest thing for Ian here is the dual lane pressure has been unrelenting.
Yeah.
And he's had no real way to control this game in both the left and right side.
And that is what the change to the 3-card cycle is about. You know, it hurts Hog sometimes, but being able to have, oh my gosh, with the wall breakers, but being able to have multiple mighties on the board to defend is huge.
2 Mega Knights down, Evo Royal Ghost as well. RG on the right-hand side.
This might be it.
There's a lot on the board here. Ian might have to ignore the miner and just go after it. E-Spirit to hit. Will the Royal Giant turn around? Mega Knight all over the place. 48 HP. Lightning in. Can the Royal Giant do it in time? Can the Royal Giant do enough? It's not going to happen. Poison down. Mohamed Light wins game number 1.
جيم قوي ما بين محمد لايت وأيان. تألق محمد لايت خلاه يتحكم بالجيم بشكل قوي لتصير النتيجة 1-0 وأول جيم فوز بالجهة السفلية. وننتقل للجيم الثاني. محمد لايت بدخل بتشكيلة راكب الخنزير مع الشبح الملكي والتسلا المطورون. أما أيان فبيدخل بتشكيلة زعيمة قطاع الطرق مع مدفع الهاون وبرميل الهياكل المطورون.
All over, Log comes down.
I'm trying to figure out what Mo's last card is. Obviously it could be Earthquake, but he didn't use Lightning previously. So that Lightning could be a difference maker, although I think he'd much rather Earthquake for the Mortar and for the Goblin gang.
Little splash on that tower from the Firecracker. Skeleton Barrel opposite lane from Ian. Getting closer to sudden death overtime, and at the moment, things fairly close, about 100 HP separating on the right-hand lane.
A lot of pressure in the right-hand lane to try and punish that 6 elixir card of the boss bandit in the back. And this actually forces Ian to use a defensive Evo Mortar. That's definitely going to give Mo an edge to continue to attack and not have to worry about that on offense.
And Evo Ghost right onto the boss bandit, but Ghost gone.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about mini metas in Clash Royale League. I mean, we really don't see much of Boss Bandit in the normal game, but the Boss Bandit has really shown up to be very powerful in this tournament.
And the combination of the Cannoneer and the King Tower able to work together and support these troops, doing a good job so far as Ian from keeping these hogs from connecting.
Will the Ghost clutch up? It does, and the log will drop as well, but Ian does continue his advantage, getting that Evo Skeleton Barrel drop on tower.
Some chip damage there Ian didn't want to take. Goes Mortar opposite lane again. Hog down.
Pre-log?
And that pre-log is huge.
Wow.
Huge hits from
cycle. This might be Ian's chance to make it to game 3.
Mortar cannot connect. Lightning in the clear.
Lightning really cleans up and gets damage on the Princess Tower. Sorry, the Cannoneer Tower on the right.
1483, 1694. This battle has become about the right-hand side. Fireball cycle puts this within 4. Log takes the lead for Ian.
Tesla does pull the skeleton. The Fireball is in, but the Lightning goes as well.
Fireball trying to create the connection here. Is there a Mortar? Is there an E-Wiz? Can he stop it? Oh my word! Mohamed Light holds on and wins it.
من بداية الجيم ولحتى النهاية أداء أسطوري بيقدموه الطرفين وبشكل رائع بالدفاع والهجوم. محمد لايك بيقصي أيان من البطولة ليتأهل للجولة اللي بعدها، ومرة ثانية محمد لايك بيواجه ساند بوكس. نبدأ بالجيم الأول. محمد لايك بدخل بتشكيلة راكب الخنزير مع رامية المفرقعات والتسلا المطورون، أما ساند بوكس فبيدخل بتشكيلة الفالكري وبرميل الغيلان المطورون.
We're going crazy on the right side. We can't even talk about that because the left side is down to 11-15.
And you see kind of a gasp on Mo's face and a gasp from the crowd here. Just taking so much damage here as we tick in to the final minute of regulation. Aggressive Fire Spirit at the bridge baits out the Evo Tesla because he can't take more damage.
I mean, this is just a new way to play this matchup. Here we go, Muhammad Light trying to reset. We're in double elixir, and that's going to be a very expensive play, but he's able to catch everything, the Dark Goblin and the cannon.
Berserker needs to put damage in right now. Firecracker connects on top of the tower too, and that is a huge moment for Mo Light. Firecracker still alive, doesn't get a second shot on tower. 12:39, 11:15. Another Hog Rider comes in. This should be nice cleanup here for Sandbox. A bit of an overspend there by Mo. A great Vines.
Right there, Bar Barrel going to be able to perfectly predict, gets the Goblin Barrel cleaned up very nicely, and Sandbox still has the lead, but what was 1,500 is now down to 100.
12:39, 11:15, now getting into overtime. Sandbox thinking about keeping pressure up in the opposite lane. Berserker and Dark Goblin working down the right-hand side. Barrel goes left on the inside. Mo can see it from a mile away.
Yeah, I believe that was just one tile too far into the middle. It made it a little bit too obvious. Firecracker plus E-Spirit going to be able to block one of the wall breakers from getting into the tower, but not enough. Evo Valk on defense, and now, after such a strong start, Muhammad Light takes the lead.
Yeah, evening things up is Mo, and right back on offense. Gonna have to use the Vines up high. Sandbox knows that's gonna line up the Firecracker. Now the Hog's gonna get on top of tower, and as quickly as Sandbox started this game, Muhammad Light.
ضغط شرس وقوي جدا من ساندبوكس، لكن دفاع ومقاومة من محمد لايت خلاه يحسم الأمور بجيم مشتعل. لننتقل للجيم الثاني. نبدأ بتشكيلة ساندبوكس، بيدخل الملكة مع الشبح الملكي وروح الجليد المطورون. أما محمد لايك فبيدخل بتشكيلة حفار الغيلان مع الفالكري وكرة الثلج المطورون.
About it yesterday.
See Muhammad Light a little bit upset. One of the interactions not going his way. Most of the other ones doing so though, and both towers very close to each other, but I mean, really, that's okay if you're Muhammad Light. The drill plus the rocket, that's an easy 1,200 HP worth of damage once he gets the triple elixir. And there we go, getting very aggressive. A lot of these drill rocket players wait a little bit longer, but he knows how good his defense is, and he's okay with doing it.
1670 down, and knows that the bar barrel or skellies, anything that gives rocket value is going to come down there with the Royal Ghost on the opposite side of the board. 2113, 1670. Is the same lane the way to go for the rest of this bout for both these guys, AC?
Yeah, I think you have to, but it really is close. I'm surprised that he went Archer Queen opposite lane, but I believe it's getting a lot of value. Should be able to get 2 swings on top of the tower, and we are going to see that. I mean, Sandbox putting in a lot of work, getting a lot of pressure on these towers.
Really nice Ice Spirit just a moment ago from Mo, right as the Archer Queen popped her ability. And that should be a reset. Couple shots in, 3 shots in on that left-hand side, and things are even once again.
Yeah,
Valkyrie
right
to
there.
go to the back! The Valkyrie went to the back! And the Royal Ghost gets on tower!
And that's going to happen again, getting the tower down to 647.
And Sandbox screams back into this battle, almost eliminated, now in the lead.
Muhammad Light, it would have been better not to place a troop at that point, getting the tower down to 463. Evo Valk not understanding its priorities. And right there, Snowball gonna provide a little bit of value, but 1390, 463, this is looking like it's insurmountable.
Nice pause there on the Skellies, making sure he doesn't give Mo too much value. Drill goes to the front, Hut's there, AQ's there, Rocket comes in, Poison goes out. 50 seconds remain. This is a foot race, and Sandbox has the lead.
Right there, Miner forces out the Snowball. It is going to activate King Tower. Very nice looking play, and technically there's still some sort of opportunity.
That Hut being used now, knowing that his opponent is happy to rocket away, but he has the lead, is such an interesting way to defend. But it really paints Mo into a tough spot. And there you go. We're going to game 3.
جيم جدا قوي بيحسمه ساند بوكس بسيناريو مجنون. الشبح الملكي بيضرب البرج ليحسم الفوز لساند بوكس. ننتقل للجيم الثالث. محمد لايت بدخل بتشكيلة العملاق الملكي مع الشبح الملكي والتنين الناري المطورون. أما ساند بوكس فبيدخل بتشكيلة راكبة الكباش مع السياف وكرة الثلج المطورون.
Taking to 4 is Sand. How does Mo want to punish?
Yeah, luckily going into double elixir, so not the end of the world for Sandbox, but definitely not a good situation either. And both of these players just coming up with something new.
Talk about that lightning being a lifesaver, Josh. That was such a great lightning time by Sandbox to stop what would have been a tower-taking push. And the evil Royal Ghost gets kited over to the right-hand side. And I don't know if that's what Mo wanted. RG down. 6 elixir to defend. Boss Bandit making work on the right-hand side still.
Yeah, and I don't know what he has for this.
The heal
Fireball
spirit.
plus the ghost, the heal spirit putting in work.
The ghost goes down. I mean, excuse me, the Xe goes down. And Sandbox is now finding himself in a similar situation as game number 1.
I mean, these boss bandits, they're getting value, but it's just not enough. That's the problem with the 6 elixir card. As good as it is, as much value as it gets, sometimes it's just not enough. In this game, it's just difficult. He's not setting up the right pushes. Muhammad Light is just controlling the arena after that opening start.
And now the Evo Xe here to clean things up. Ram Rider finally comes down to slow the RG. This should be a relatively nice cleanup. Goes for the zappies in the middle. Mo plays with the left-hand side. Great defensive play there by Mo.
You almost wonder if Mo is nodding his head because he respected the prediction or if he was just happy it didn't work out. And right there, Zappies plus Ghost. Ghost is going to disappear and respawn with a little bit more ghouls. There it is.
And now needs to stop this RG.
He has
Yesterday.
nothing. Okay.
Evo. Oh, and it still gets a shot in. Fireball on the furnace.
This is
And
looking
this
like
should
it's
do
over.
it. This should do
gets
it.
there.
Mo Light stays alive.
بالبداية ساند بوكس بحصل دمج قوي، لكن بعد هيك تركيز من محمد لايك ليسيطر على الجيم بقوة كبيرة ليحسم الفوز الثاني والتأهل. هيك بينتهي اليوم الثاني من البطولة، لننتقل لليوم الثالث من التصفيات. محمد لايك بمواجهة بيدرو، مواجهة قوية في نهائي الجهة السفلية، وفي النهائي المواجهة بتكون الأفضل من 5، والفائز بينهم بيتأهل للنهائي لمواجهة سب اللي فاز على كل المنافسين في الجهة العلوية. نبدأ بالمواجهة والجيم الأول. نبدأ بتشكيلة محمد لايك راكب الخنزير مع رامية المفرقعات والمدفع المطورون، أما تشكيلة بيدرو الناسي مع العملاق الملكي والساحر المطورون.
It's really interesting to see how he's playing a lot of these matches, allowing himself to leak when other players wouldn't.
Mo Light even leaking a couple elixir there, then decides to cycle the Earthquake. And a monk meets a cannon. As Hog plus guards goes opposite lane, Fishboy gonna try to pull, activate King. Guards up high to pull the guards and distract, get a King Tower activation, but something needs to get on top of that Firecracker and guards. We always say King Tower activated, but at what cost? And this is a massive spend.
Just so smart, so aware. As soon as the monk goes down, there's a reason why Pedro was leaking so much elixir. He knew that he couldn't afford to go in, and he didn't even wait till double. If you're gonna wait that long, you have to continue to wait. Right here, though, this counter push can be a little bit deadly. Fisherman gonna yank onto the left side.
One
RG
more, does it get one more? And
gets
it's
that
done.
last shot.
18-24, 10-33. Usually you don't want to go in the same lane with Hog Rider, but when you've got that much damage done, AC, is there really an option to switch? And Mo decides not to with this Earthquake.
Yeah, it's a little bit interesting to cycle the Wizard back there. You knew that your opponent wanted to take the shield off, wanted to cycle the Earthquake. I don't know what I would have preferred, maybe to place it high, but he doesn't do that. And now the Mighty Miner plus Firecracker plus Cannon, that's going to be an easy defense for Muhammad Light.
Mighty Miner back in cycle, Cannon down, Fishboy up high, so not able to pull this Hog. Nothing there for the Hog. Mighty Miner stays alive. That should be tower down. That is tower down, Mo Light.
سيطرة من محمد لايك وضغط شرس بينهي الجيم قبل الوقت الإضافي للمباراة ليحسم الفوز الأول. ننتقل للجيم الثاني. محمد لايك بيلعب بتشكيلة حفار الغلاء مع الشبح الملكي وكرة الثلج المطورون، أما بيدرو فبيلعب بتشكيلة الحفار مع الشبح الملكي والهياكل المطورون.
Guild with it.
I believe Riley was running a deck with Magic Archer and Goblin Demolisher. He made a video about it a couple months back, talking about how Goblin Demolisher is still very, very strong. No one's really been using it at all this weekend, and definitely putting in some work right now.
And right there, one of the Evo Skellies staying alive, but the Demolisher going to explode on top of everything and take out all the troops. Evo Ghost over the middle, and it will not splash on top of the towers until it gets frozen. I believe it splashed on top of the Ghost.
Drill goes into the right here, 2071 to 2418. Evo Snowball comes down, late bar barrel to clean up. 1897 remains on Pedro's bottom right tower as his miner chips away, shovels away to an even 22-22 top left for Mo. Minute 47 remaining here in overtime.
Beautiful Ghost right there. You're allowed 1 or 2, and this could be a pretty scary offensive push. Evo Ghost still not coming alive. Snowball on offense and a good defense from Pedro.
And Evo Skelly is going to work down the lane. Can't imagine we'll have another Evo Skelly moment, but we're all here for it. Goes high and in the middle with the miner, hoping the miner can tank for the right-hand side. But on the right side, the Ghosts are breaking through.
Right there, good E-Spirit. There's one full Ghost, one of the ghouls. Snowball on defense, and he's going to be able to protect his tower. Ghost, and what looked like that could be game over. Instead, Muhammad Light just defends beautifully like always.
Completely unfazed on the player cam there was Muhammad Light AC. I thought we were going to have a blow open moment, if you will, there in terms of this game, and Mo Light quickly silences that. Evo Snowball back in cycle.
And right here, Demolisher going to explode on 2 of the minions, offensive poison, and that was an extra shot. I believe that was a Ghost. I believe that was a Goblin. Couldn't exactly tell. And that tower is now down to 1193.
Mo on the left tower, Drill on the right. Pedro trying to make anything happen. Ghost on the right tower of Mo, but Mo is heavily in the lead.
30 seconds left. Needs to figure something out. These E-Spirits are beautiful. Gonna jump across everything, and I mean, I just don't exactly know. There's one minion, but it's not
almost
gonna do
gets
it.
there.
.12:45, 13 seconds left. One of the miners going to town. He's going to be able to get the tower low, needs to defend it. Evo Snowball forced out.
975 bottom left, 911 top right. Pedro now in the lead with 3 seconds remaining.
1
Poison's
second.
in, Poison wins,
it.
and Pedro able to come back.
جيم ناري من الطرفين في اللحظات الأخيرة. بيدرو قدر يقلب النتيجة لتصير تعادل 1-1 لننتقل للجيم الثالث، ونبدأ ببيدرو بيلعب بتشكيلة زعيمة قطاع الطرق مع مدفع الهاون وبرميل الهياكل المطورون. أما محمد لايت فبيلعب بتشكيلة الساحل الثلجي مع مدفع الهاون وبرميل الهياكل المطورون.
It is and how it dashes all over the board. Not really a great distraction for an opponent's mortar. So Pedro forced to use a mortar of his own defensively.
Goblin Gang at the bridge, trying to take it out in time, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Defensive arrows. Doesn't matter that the mortar's out, you still need to take care of the Goblin Gang. High E-Wiz takes out the Skeleton Barrel perfectly. And here is another push from Pedro. This is just push after push, offense against offense.
Barrel gets in front of the E-Wiz there, boss man it in. Cannon Cart plus Cannoneer doing a good job cleaning everything up. Dashes to the wrong side. And I don't know if that was an overspend by Pedro. We'll see if he can defend here.
Yeah, it felt like he didn't really get all that much value from those activated abilities. Skeleton Barrel popping on the right side, minions plus the Doctor on the left, and
he needs something here to clean up this mortar. E-Wiz distracting enough. His mortar will distract. Cannon Cart comes down. Never what you want to see when you're running mortar.
And right there, we should see an Ice Wizard come down, and that's exactly what's going to happen. A pretty healthy mortar on the left side, and it's going to force out a defensive Goblin Gang, but not before he gets 2 shots, and not before it allows Muhammad Light to get aggressive again.
Another mortar down. Berserker to distract, but should get pulled out of range in just a second. No, it does not. Mortar comes down just in case for Pedro to play some defense. 18-28, 16-28, separated by 200 HP. That mortar will take the lead on the left-hand side if it's left undefended by Pedro.
Wow, and again, Muhammad Light forgetting about the mortar, just going in aggressive with his Goblinstein, and it's going to set himself up for another Evo mortar on the left, plus Skeleton Barrel.
Evo mortar almost locks again. Pedro gets his defensive mortar down just in time. Goblin Gang going to distract for one shot, going to need something else for the next.
Goblin Gang on defense with the help of the Ice Wiz, no damage, and again, Goblinstein on the left, getting aggressive as he can be.
Sometimes the best defense AC is just a whole lot of offense, and that is exactly what Mo's trying to do here. Pedro really could not take that Skelly Barrel drop. He takes the damage, he takes some damage from some of the Larrys as well. 1787, 1321, 20 seconds remain.
At this point, Muhammad Light can defend and win out. The Skeleton Barrel does pop. The Ice Wiz does come down too low. 10 seconds
Can he
left
get back to Fireball? Can he get back to Fireball log? Evo Barrel's in. Fireball. Log.
Arrows come down. One of the Skellies. But Mo still wins it. Mo still wins it. One of the
30 HP. 23 HP.
جيم خارق. محمد لايت بأداء قوي لا يوصف حسم الجيم باللحظات الأخيرة بعد حبس الأنفاس لتصير النتيجة 2-1 لمحمد لايت. لننتقل للجيم الرابع. محمد لايت بيلعب بتشكيلة الحفار مع التسلا والخفافيش المطورون، أما بيدرو فبيلعب بتشكيلة حفار الغلام مع التسلا وكرة الثلج المطورون.
Yeah, Pedro probably trying to do a whole lot of math in his mind to figure out how on earth do I play through this matchup. Mo on the other side has the luxury, as you said, AC, of a phenomenal matchup. So many responses. All he has to do is do what he does best. Play those Teslas, send in the miners, and defend better than anyone else in the world.
And right there, overspending with the log. You see him slightly frustrated. He knows that that wasn't the best play. And it's weird. It feels like Mo has gotten more nervous in this game, knowing that he has the matchup, knowing that he should be sending himself to the to the championship game if he plays it perfectly.
It's a really good point that you make there. It does seem like Mo is just a little bit like, I have this match. There's the rocket we're talking about. Dark Prince shield comes off. Great counter push coming in both lanes now. Bats plus minor to the left. Nothing there for the Bats. There's the Ice Wiz. Maybe a late delivery here as the Dark Prince connects. No, a Skeleton King comes down. And now a rocket out from Mo on the right-hand tower, taking the lead by 1,100.
3 seconds away from overtime, and Muhammad Light just controlling this game entirely. Set himself up so beautifully with this matchup. Skellies do come down. Rocket will get a little bit of value.
There's just no way.
There's just no way. 600 HP separating the two players. Another rocket going to come down. Does it catch the Ice Wiz?
Wow.
It will. And so this miner is just going to chip away.
AC, it's a little early, but that shot right there from the rocket may have been the nail in the coffin here for Pedro. 651. 2 rockets away is Mo Light from another grand finals at CRL World Finals.
Snowball not taking off the shield, so it's going to provide an easy defense for the Dark Prince. Delivery going to come down, 455 HP with the help of the rocket. You're going to get down to 84, plus the Dark Prince.
جيم نار سيطرة وبمهارة عالية من محمد لايك يحسم الجيم والتأهل ليواجه سب في النهائي. في حال فاز سب في مواجهة الأفضل من 5 راح يحسم اللقب، لكن لو محمد لايك فاز في مواجهة الأفضل من 5 راح يلعب كمان مواجهة. كل هذا لأنه صعد من الجهة السفلية. والآن نبدأ المواجهة والجيم الأول. محمد لايك بيلعب بتشكيلة مدفع الهواء مع برميل الهياكل المطورون، أما سب فبيلعب بتشكيلة راكب الخنزير مع رامية المفرقعات والمدفع المطورون.
I like that instead of going something bigger. I know Juicy talked about the Void spell, but I don't know, buddy. I don't know if that's going to happen today.
It's best of 5, it's World Finals. Just about anything can happen. We'll see if we go there right now with 2 minutes away, moving into double elixir time. So far, pretty much razor thin.
Setting up that cannon early, trying to get to the Evo cannon as soon as possible. Evo Firecracker in play already. Nice E-Spirit Plus should clean all this up. An early log! An early log, and Mo saw it! I think Sub thought that the Firecracker was going to pop both of the barrels there because it was the Evo Cracker, and he just misses the log.
That's a pretty big gap to open up. 716 bottom right tower, 2099 on the top left, and we are getting closer and closer to sudden death.
And a small thing that Sub can hold on to is that there was a misplay there by Mo to activate King Tower with the Firecracker. Evo Mortar down. Earthquake in, Skellies to distract. And the Skellies don't distract! The Skellies are out of position! 2 shots in, barrel to tank. Goblin's taking for the barrel. Boss Bandit on the left-hand side. Mo Light has blown this wide open.
And now he just sits back, doesn't make a mistake, and rides out these 2 minutes to a Game 1 victory.
First fireball's in. Mo's all smiles right now. Sub doing anything that he can. But this is swimming upstream. Ice skating uphill.
Earthquake trying to break through. Hog's not going to get it. Fireball puts Mo into the winners.
جيم أول وأداء قوي جدا من محمد لايت بينهي الأمور لننتقل للجيم الثاني. محمد لايت بيلعب بتشكيلة حفار الغيلان وكرة الثلج المطورون، أما سب فبيلعب بتشكيلة الفالكري مع برميل الغيلان ومدمرا الجدران المطورون.
Opposite side, have the real goblins on the left-hand side with the tank. Instead, pretty clean defense, 1845 to 1822.
Both players doing a great job of consistently pressuring both lanes, and you see it paying off here for Sub as he now puts both towers under 1900.
And trying to get some princesses on the board, but giving poison value is Sub. Dark Goblin dropped in the poison.
Oh boy.
Rich, this is exactly what I am talking about. Sub is out of sorts at the moment.
Snowball pushes, forces some more drops to cover, but damage done. 1558 on the right-hand side.
And Sub, still in this fight, has got to lock down his interactions yesterday.
Keep in mind, if it's super tight as we get late, Sub will have to get on tower. Muhammad Light does have direct spell damage.
And Princess stays alive just a little longer than Mo would have liked. Dark Goblin also And now Princess here to help clean up this Gob Hut. High Valkyrie to block. Beautiful stuff here from Mo.
And the Evo Snowball to send everything back. Bomber to try to cover on one side, guards on the other. And does not allow the wall breakers to connect, but damage on the left-hand side is massive.
Yeah,
down to 1221.
Real Goblins do a lot of damage there. Valkyrie up high to protect against this Princess. Valkyrie on the other side to protect the Dark Goblin. Sub turning the pressure up, building some confidence. That should go down.
Final minute, triple elixir flowing.
And just gonna eat some of that. No, he does not. Last second Valkyrie. Bomber taken off the board, but does do the job against the Dark Goblin.
Not only does Sub have the lead, but he has both lanes, and that's gonna be huge here as he can go opposite, but he can also, if he has to, he can win in that right-hand side.
And I love what he's doing with the princesses here, Rich. You know Mo wants to poison the right side, so make these princesses take over the board. Control the board. Protect your princess.
Goblins on the right-hand side take it down to 1280. Mohamed Light in trouble in both lanes. Poison down, gives him the lead, but for how long?
Pressure, pressure, pressure here from Sub. He cannot let Mo get back on offense. Needs to defend.
The
high drill.
The defensive drill, will it be enough?
That's enough!
Mohamed Light, brilliant in defense. Takes a 2-0 lead.
جيم ناري وأداء أسطوري من محمد لايك. جيم جدا صعب قدر يحسمه باللحظات الأخيرة. لننتقل للجيم الثالث. محمد لايك بيلعب بتشكيلة راكب الخنزير مع التسلا ورامية المفرقعات المطورون. أما سب فبيلعب بتشكيلة ملك الهياكل مع مدفع الهون وبرميل الهياكل المطورون.
Baited out of Mo and he does take it.
But these are going to be some big hits. 2 from the Hog, I believe. Oh, it stops the second.
And now the mortar down. Evo mortar in play. Fire Spirit, wow. Perfect timing on that Fire Spirit. Bat goes down just in time.
Skelly Kings in both lanes. Evo Firecracker trying to work on the defensive side. Mortar still at about a third health.
He needs his arrows to get rid of that Firecracker right now. Does Sub, not able to do it. Mortar off the board, no damage in.
You should expect a little King Tower activation there. That will be helpful in the long run.
Firecracker splash goes to the other side. Mo Light still has both lanes at his disposal.
Sudden death overtime. And Sub setting up the Skelly Barrel way low.
And I like how Mo is just not even, I'm not even going to play with it. Every time that cannon card's in the back, I'm going to take the lightning value. I don't care what lane it's in. I don't care which tower is lower, at least right now. 90 seconds remain in overtime. Game 3, grand finals. And a bit of a stalemate for Sub.
Yeah, he's got to figure out what can he do to get to the second level. He's again in a situation.
And that Firecracker is going to be devastating here. Does get a shot in. Mighty Miner Bomb goes off as well. And Sub cannot get on offense. Tesla here to block? No. Mighty Miner to kite or distract. Skeleton King looking for it. And a perfect lightning again from Mo. But a shot does get in. Late ability. And that's going to be very little damage. And Mo goes, you almost predicted me, but that one goblin stays alive.
Yeah, that arrows feels like a late gasp there, as there was just one little ghostly skeleton there.
And looking for the mortar defensively as Mo goes lightning early. This is a last chance effort here for Sub. He's got to win the game with this push. He's not even going to get to the push. Mo Light trying to break through an ocean of goblins, and still Mo Light's Hog gets on tower.
Mo has to get to that lightning. That's a lot on the left-hand side, a lot on the right-hand side.
And going for the block is Sub. Now maybe going to drop goblins in the back. Mo's looking for it, trying to find a spot for that lightning. And there it is. And he gets it!
جيم خيالي من محمد لايك لينهي الجيم وينهي معها المواجهة بشكل أسطوري. لننتقل للمواجهة الثانية الأفضل من 5 كمان مرة. نبدأ بأول جيم. محمد لايك بيلعب بتشكيلة زعيمة قطاع الطرق مع مدفع الهاون وبرميل الهياكل المطورون. أما سب فبيلعب بنفس التشكيلة لكن بفروقات جدا بسيطة في بعض البطاقات.
I was just going to say that's going to be so much of this matchup, Rich, is trying to get that fireball out from Mo and then abuse the other card that is best used with, or best defended with Fireball.
And what a smart skeleton barrel up there at the top, knowing that it was going to get taken down and pop those skeletons to control those boss bandits.
Yeah, Skeleton Barrel is just such a great siege defense, you know, after its evolution especially. You talk about that double drop, it does so much damage, and then your opponent sits there and goes, is it even worth trying to take care of the skellies? Fireball in, now the minions come down. There you go, Clockwork. Clockwork usually doesn't work against Layt though.
Sudden death overtime. Mohamed Light with a fairly solid lead, 1570 on the left-hand lane, 1728 on the right-hand tower for Sub.
And I was just gonna say, I'd love to see a high Dark Goblin there, but almost on walking towards the other side. Now maybe giving some value here.
And just continue to chip away in both lanes. We talk about the things that Mo does very well. It's early dual lane pressure.
And the interactions with the boss bandit definitely going in Layt's favor, at least in this instance. 1570, 2084, game one of our upper bracket grand final reset.
And you see with the lead right now, he's comfortable to go defensive mortar and just be the one controlling.
Still trying to figure out what that last card is from Sub. Feeling more and more like it is Lightning.
Let's make this quick.
Evo Mortar sets up on the right-hand side. Final minute, triple elixir. The last thing that Sub can have happen is to go down 4 in a row.
Dark Goblin gets sniped there. And Sub, once again, just finding an incredibly difficult time breaking through. Maybe he heard us talking about how that other deck doesn't work very well, but this one also really struggling to get on tower.
And arrows once again, yeah.
Yep. Makes sense, but just not ideal, Rich. And another mortar down for Sub. 18 seconds remains. He needs that mortar to connect and then some. And there's just absolutely no way as another thing on the right-hand side. Boss Bandit breaks on through. Barrel's going to drop down. Sub, 4 in a row to his opponent. And only 2 lives to give in his 2025 run.
Feels like
محمد لايت بحصل دمج قوي بالبداية ليستمر بالدفاع بقوة ويحسم أول جيم بشكل أسطوري. لننتقل للجيم الثاني. نبدأ هاي المرة بتشكيلة سب صياد مع العملاق الملكي مع الشبح الملكي المطورون. أما محمد لايت فبيلعب بتشكيلة الحفار مع روح الثلج والتسلا المطورون.
You have another RG, I have another Tesla. Guards off the board instantly.
lead is for the moment for Sub, 27-13 to 26-68. From the top right of your screen down to your bottom left. And now Sub gets aggressive at the bridge.
And hyper aggressive at the bridge. Log plus E-Spirit to clean up the guards. And I was gonna say, should get a shot, but there's that Evo I-Spirit we were talking about. Just so many ways to control this game. The only way to win this is for an Evo Royal Ghost to cause problems on Sub's end. That's what Sub needs to have happen. How can I make the Evo Royal Ghost make Mo spend more than he wants? And Mo goes, I'm very happy to take that tower damage, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, we saw him doing that the other day, throwing this rocket on top of the cycled RG in the back.
Evo Ghost cycled in the back for Sub.
And I like that delivery, going to that inside in the hopes that it would go back and help. Doesn't do it here, gets taken off the board. And now this is what you were talking about. Can the Evo Ghost do a little work? This case, not gonna give him much.
And Mo still gets the damage on the RG and the tower from the rocket. 21-46, 26-27. 1 minute remains in overtime.
Low Tesla here. That's gonna give some fireball value.
Just, you almost feel bad for him, just like you did for Pedro. There's just no way to break through.
Royal Giant to the right-hand lane. Trying to force expenditure out away from his weak side tower. Evo Ghost goes into the guards, maybe to add pressure in both lanes, cleaned up by the delivery and log.
Mo Layt looks more locked in than we've ever seen him before, Rich.
Just a few more moments of defense from Mohamed Light. We see the little smile.
5 in a row.
محمد لايت بيستمر بتقديم أداء عالي وقوي جدا لينهي الجيم الثاني لتصير النتيجة 2-0. ننتقل للجيم الثالث. محمد لايت بيلعب بتشكيلة مدمرات الجدران مع الشبح الملكي وبرميل الغلال المطورون، أما سب فبيلعب بتشكيلة الحفار مع الفالكري والساعق المطورون.
There has to be a moment where you sacrifice damage or a tower usually to get your lava on the board, or you have to make your opponent make mistakes elixir-wise so you get the advantage. As you can see right now, only about 1 elixir up and a couple thousand HP down.
Yeah, that's a really tough one. And now that we know that it's going to be no spell, no big spell, obviously you have to contend with the vines.
Yep.
But if you can keep that flying machine, stack a couple flying machines, start abusing them.
And the goblins on tower. Evo Zap has to come down defensively there. Zappy's stunning, gonna get a double connection on the left-hand side. And the crowd can feel it. Dark Goblin to snipe, just in range.
And the vines.
And Mo knows. You can see it on his face. Greatness. The spell power, there's no way to deal with the Zappies and with the Dark Goblin. And the barrel goes in. Mo's got his hands on his head.
And what a perfect curse. We're in sudden death overtime. Sub hanging on by a thread.
112 HP separates Mohamed Light from being the first ever 3-time.
Oh my word, wall breaker.
And the Vines comes in cycled on the left-hand side, 36 HP, 1 more Vines, 3 titles.
And here we go. That is gonna be it. Vines hit.
خطأ كبير من سب في اختياره للتشكيلة سهل من مهمة محمد لايت في الانتصار عليه. نعم، محمد لايت بطل البطولة للمرة الثالثة بفارق كبير عن جميع المنافسين. محمد لايت قدر يتألق ويحصل لقب غالي جدا ليكون ملك اللعبة عن جدارة واستحقاق. محمد لايت وبعودة تاريخية من الجهة السفلية لحتى يفوز في النهائي على سب 6 مباريات متتالية، هذا إنجاز جدا جدا قوي. إلى هنا بينتهي المقطع. إذا وصلت لهون اكتب لي بالتعليقات اللقب الثالث، خذ مني أحلى قلب. سلام.